Good morning, my wonderful judges. My opinion is not represent 100% of 100% myself. I will start speech on 1, 2, 3. So our wonderful judges, definition. The first I will speak about the definition. The first is resilience is an ability of individuals to endure hardship, adapt to adversity, and bounce back from difficult circumstances. It's often promoted in education, workplace, and public policy as a desirable personal trait linked to success and emotional strength. So the status quo is people nowadays glorifies resilience as a strength or something that that worker must have because if you want to success you have not giving up easily, personality, character, and easily to adapt character. So everyone who becomes an inspirator usually says something like this. But the problem is, the reality is in having this ability will cause someone to have more expectation when someone is falling down and making people feel more pressure because and exhausted because this ability promoted in many fields and sections that sometimes brings high expectation to everyone who work there. So the goal is to decrease the glorification of resilience as an ability that usually promoted in many fields. We agree that we feel sorry for glorification the resilience, and we should decrease it, and we don't agree that glorification of the resilience is good for society at all. So why we shouldn't glorification the resilience in many fields, and why is it urgent to decrease the glorification of the resilience? So my first argument is resilience cannot be an important point on work, on recruitment, on work, or many field equipment, because with this ability everyone are expected to have an ability to survive and adapt and honestly on a difficult situation. This ability makes someone feels more pressure because they have to get up, they have to bounce back when they fall. But the reality, humans is human. They have complex expression, feelings, and they have their own limits. If we expected everyone to have this ability, it's not a good thing. Not everyone can adapt nicely and faster on different circumstances. Like we can see the introvert people, they can express their feelings nicely, and it makes them feel hard to bounce up on different situation, on the difficult circumstance, and they need more energy to adapt in different or in difficult situation. And it are and even though many people qualification this ability as a nice ability, everyone thinks that people with a good strength, we cannot giving up easily. Personality is a good thing to have on many people, but the reality, but this does not mean everyone should have to have it, and they have their own limits. That's the point. Everyone is different. We live in different diversity society, so we can equalize everyone same. So my second argument is resilience makes people look weak, because if this ability become a point on accepting people to sometimes resilience makes people look weak because and could give sometimes resilience could give a big impact because it makes people look weak, because if this ability become a point or accepting people to have a job and more money, feel they have to give more energy to look strong and stable, emotion. They have to they expect people to have an emotional intelligence without knowing their limits in the their limits, their own feelings, and in the end they will become exhausted, stressed, depressed, even sorry, lead to suicide and die and death. People with this ability are expected to do more difficult jobs than the usual people will do. And but the truth is they just pretend to be strong. They just pretend to be strong, but the reality they are not that strong. They can't be their own self. Feel trapped in people's expectation because people just know that if someone works on this job with this ability, she or he is a work hard people with not giving up easily personality. It can lead someone to be feel depressed and feel trapped, and they need more energy on adapt in many hard situation, many difficult situation, and bounce back from that difficult situation. And it makes people who don't have ability look weak, not professional. Everyone thinks that, oh my god, they cannot do their job. They are weak. They are not strong. Just because in many fields, everyone um, has to have this ability and uh, on doing their job, but back on the reality, human is human. Human is just human. Human has their own ability, their own limits. For instance, you can equalize people in diversity society. So if we think that everyone has to have this ability, resilience, they have they have they have to have resilience. It's really wrong because it sometimes make people should give more energy from their self to work in this job and to work for and to survive from this difficult situation. And and yeah, we know it makes people who don't have this ability look weak and not professional on doing their job, and everyone thinks a bad thing about them, have a bad thoughts about them, have a bad opinion about them, just because they look weak, just because they can't bounce back to reality that fast. So that's all, and I'm proud to be a government team. Thank you.